90 Day Fiance Season 12. It's really starting to pick up now. The storylines are now starting to get a bit more interesting. So let's not waste any more time and let's start off with Rasit, the man that's obviously here and he's in a relationship with Mallorie, but is not happy with the fact that Mallorie is still friends with a certain male person.
I know it's difficult for you coming here with your culture and your background. I respect you and Mallorie and y'all's future marriage, but I'm one of her close friends, regardless of her past.
Yeah, this life.
Regardless of her past. I mean, listen, let's ask the question real quick, folks. Let's ask the question. Let's just separate the fact that Mallory's close friends with a man that she used to sleep with, yeah? Take that the question real quick. How important is it to know about someone's past? How important is it to say, you know what, the past is the past? Because obviously, when we get to know someone, knowing their past can help us understand why they are the way they are. So, of course, we definitely need to know significant things about their past. So, therefore, it knows us help us to understand that person. So, even though he's obviously saying the past, though, like that's over. I'm happy for you to do your thing. Either way, though, how important is someone's past to not be forgotten? Let me know your thoughts on that one. But let's dive in, though.
Now I am here. Don't call my fiance, don't text my fiance.
Just straight, you want me to delete Mallory's number.
Of course.
And for her, and me and her to basically eliminate our friendship. Your culture.
That's exactly what he's asking for, buddy. That's exactly what he's asking for.
And how we are as friends right now makes... No, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to eliminate a friendship because someone told me to.
Can you listen?
You act like you have a choice in this, but you...
It's funny because that's a man's ignorant right there. I ain't gonna do it just because you told me to. Who the hell do you think you are? If I wanted to do it, then I would do it. But because you're asking me, hell to the no.
Can you listen?
You act like you have a choice in this, but you don't have a choice.
In my house. She must listen to me.
That he's the man of the house, and she's gonna do what he says, and it's basically an ultimatum. We don't do ultimatums here.
To be honest with you, the fact that he says that I'm the man of the house and she would do as I say, sheesh, that could rub a lot of people the wrong way. A lot of people could take that completely wrong, you know? Like his reaction could have been like, wait, hold on a minute. So you're telling me that you've come here to control her? Like, what are you trying to tell me? You're the man of the house, but I don't see you paying no bills. Well, what are you trying to say here? So are you one of those men that walks into a woman's house and expects to just take advantage of her? What are you trying to say here? Obviously, we know that his choice of words are... I wouldn't even say his choice of words are due to a language barrier, because we know that where he comes from, that's literally how it works. You know, the man is the man in the house. The woman does what the man says. Women are supposed to be or meant to be submissive, you know, depending on which part they're from, whatnot. So it's not a language barrier type situation. He knows what he's saying. You know, maybe he's saying in ways that's too blunt or too direct, but either way, though, we do know that he's speaking from a place of frustration. He's speaking from a place where he doesn't want this man around anymore. I think his name's Brandon anyway. Yeah. So therefore, I wouldn't even use language as a barrier issue in this situation. He's very, very aware. But like I said before, because of his choice of words, this conversation could have gone completely south. Because I promise you now, if I'd been having a conversation with somebody and they're telling me about how they're now going to control my female friend, I tell you now, that conversation is going to get... We're going to strip it up layers. I need to know what you mean. I don't want to walk away assuming that I think what you said is what I think is what you said. I need to know what you really mean, because I ain't about to have that. But let's continue.
Mutual respect that you're asking for, but yet you're sitting on my tailgate without an option and demanding things.
I hope you will listen to me. Don't call my fiance. Don't...
I'm going to text her and call her.
Really?
Now I understand this hotel gate situation a whole lot more. And I can understand why he's obviously frustrated. He's like, hold on a minute. So this guy came in, sat on my tailgate to then tell me that I cannot be friends with Mallorie no more. And he's doing it while sitting on my tailgate. Yo, I can understand. That is a crazy certain level of disrespect right there. I can understand how that can rub a lot of people the wrong way. Of course, if he was sitting there and he was having a positive conversation or a neutral conversation, could be completely different conversation. You know what I mean? That tailgate situation wouldn't be a big deal, but I can see why now it's a big deal. But either way, though, we're now going to move on to the next one, and this one here is all about Marissa and Edward. Let's dive into this couple.
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
100%?
Yes.
That's for you!
Yay!
Yeah! It's $60 too. So what's the point?
Mire.
Oh, you don't need it.
No. Take a gift.
Yeah, you do.
It's money. That's like $50.
Oh, Derek.
A few things here that I want to cover. First and foremost, I really like this kid's attitude. Do you know how many kids in today's world that don't understand the value of money? You know, growing up, we understood the value of money. Now, of course, I can only speak in British terms here, but a £1 coin. Oh boy, if you had a £1 coin as a kid, you was rich, or at least the neighborhood that I grew up from. I didn't grow up from money per se, you know what I mean? So if I had a £1 coin, boy, it means we was going to the shop and we was buying 1p sweets. So yes, that was back in the day. You could go to the corner shop. I believe in some places they call them bodegas or whatnot. And you know when you go into that corner shop, you know you get the sweets and you get the ones that you can, where the boss man gives you the bag and you can just pick ones that you like and you put it in there. I remember when they were with those ones, we would be the 1p sweets, 1p, 2p, 5p, depending on the size of them, depending on which one it was. So when you had a pound, you could really have some of the 5p ones as well as the 20p ones and then the 1p ones. It was like, wow, I'm rich. I felt good. You know, a pound went far. Today, you give a kid a pound, they're like, what the hell is this? You give a kid £5, they're like, what the hell is this? You give a kid £10, they're like, it's just £10. You know what I mean? Give him £20, it's just £20. It's like, these kids are ungrateful. Like, if I got a £5 note as a child, understand, I felt like I just robbed the bank. You know, felt rich. If I even breathed near a £10, at that point I was ready to move out. I'm grown now. I'm a grown man now. I can pay my own rent now. You know what I mean? So money definitely had a great value growing up, but nowadays a lot of kids are spoiled so badly that a lot of kids don't understand the value of money. So to see this kid here be like, hold on a minute, $50? That's a lot of money. No, you keep it. But also at the same time, though, we do know the reaction of the kid isn't just because he understands the value of money and it being $50. It's also because in a previous episode, his mum did let their boys know that he comes from a country where money is a bit more different. You know, where obviously where they earn is a lot less than what she earns and what they can earn in America and whatnot. So she did already kind of give a background story regarding the fact that he comes from a place where it is not as well off as where the world that she comes from. So there is a part that maybe a part of his reaction is also because he maybe thinks that Edward doesn't actually have the money or shouldn't be able to afford to give the money. And also he did question whether or not his mum gave Edward the money to give to them. So there is still that part. But either way though, I still like the fact that he understands the power of money. He understands that maybe, you know, I'm happy to go without if someone else can go with who needs it more than me. So that means he's learning this. That means as he grows older and older, he's maybe going to use this information later on in life when maybe he goes to another country or different location with him when he lives now, or he becomes friends with somebody who he knows maybe needs it more than him and whatnot. Either way though, him understanding the value of money is absolutely exquisitely beautiful. Love that. Absolutely love that. But you see Edward here, this is where this guy is funny to me. Not in a good way, in a bad way. Last week, he had a conversation with their dad, Michael, and he basically said that, just so you know, Marissa comes from a family of money. And they judged me because at the time I wasn't working, and if I did have a job, it wasn't good enough, then blah, blah, blah. So why the hell would you try and buy these kids attention with money if they already come from a place of money? They don't need the money for you to show them that you like them. They need you to spend time with them, talk to them, get to know them, have some fun with them. Now, bear this in mind. Let's look at his reaction when he finds out the kid didn't want his money.
It's just very different. Like, made me feel disappointed. Every kid around that I know in my country, you gotta be grateful, happy. Whatever kids that you give it that kind of money, like, you gotta be happy.
The boy.
But that is from your country, okay? For him to say he's disappointed, it's a bit too far for me personally. Listen, he could have sat there and said, you know what, I thought maybe giving them money was going to help them, but it obviously didn't work, but it's fine. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to do something different. You see what I'm saying? But his choice of words was, I'm disappointed. Bro, calm down. And also, kids in America her children specifically aren't the same as the kids that you come, that you're used to where you're from. But you already know that her kids are spoiled with money anyway. Two different things, but I can understand feeling upset that they have rejected your advances. I can understand him being upset about it. I get it. Disappointed, that's a bit too far, but that's just my opinion. But now let's continue.
Is our fast pace and everybody knows what they're supposed to do, and it's just go. Be a little bit more aware of his surroundings instead of scrolling on your phone and not paying attention to what's happening around you.
No, it's already done.
You know?
No, it's already done. Are you coming?
Yeah, I wanna come.
Well, we're leaving. Meet you in the car.
I need my sneakers. Don't leave me.
You know, this was rather disappointing though, to be fair, because see, for some of us people, if we move into someone's home, even stay over the night in someone's home, we're going to watch and observe what they do so we can see if we can help them. Okay, sometimes the second that we get up, we go downstairs, first thing some of us say is, hey, do you need any help? First thing we say is, do we need help? Okay, and then it's either that or maybe you watch and observe, depends on the situation, the context. You watch and observe and you say, okay, do you want me to do that for you? You know what I mean? You go out of your way to try and make yourself available for that person. You do not expect you cannot be a guest or a newcomer in someone's house and expect them to tell you to do something. You should be willing to want to help them because you're in their space. But this guy here came in on his phone and then says, do you want help after he's finished his drink and he's finished? He didn't even finish his drink, to be fair. You know what I mean? He's still drinking his tea, scrolling. Now all of a sudden the boys are ready, everyone's about to leave and he's like, do you need any help? Huh? And then he has audacity to say this. I'm just not a fan of this Edward good dude, man. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Marissa, but this dude here, he's very childish. Like, ugh.
Wrestling upstairs in the bedroom last night.
Oh, yeah.
Were we like playing like WWE or what was happening out there?
Yeah, we just in your bed.
My bedroom is not like a jungle gym.
Mom,
Yes, baby?
you're being a party pooper.
I'm a little kid.
I didn't say those words.
Now, I will say this, though. I'm not a fan of how Marissa handled this situation. Obviously, we know how precious she is when it comes to her bed. She obviously likes to make sure that her whole house is clean. And obviously, we did see this scene in the bedroom where she showed him how she wants the bed to always be done. And also is not a fan of the bedroom being creased up unless there's actually sleeping on the bed. So, of course, for her to find out that he was playing with the boys in her bedroom and messing up her bed, I can understand why she'd be upset about it. But here's the thing, though. In this situation, this is how she should have gone about it, in my opinion. First things first, she should have been like, oh, I heard you guys upstairs having fun. I'm glad to hear that you guys are obviously connected and you guys are obviously able to get along, Do you see what I'm saying? So at least, therefore, she's encouraging that Edward is obviously doing something away from money to try and actually get to know the boys. Is wrestling a good choice? I mean, listen, that could be very subjective because if you hurt one of those kids, it's not looking good for you. So for me personally, when I look at wrestling as the option to do with kids that aren't mine for the first time, probably not. No, I know I wouldn't. I would probably look for something so much more safer to do. But either way, though, he was obviously, doing something that involved him and the kids having a good time, which is fantastic. So she should be praising that in front of the boys. Now, once the boys have been dropped off of school or wherever they're going, that's when she can say to him, I know obviously you're doing what you can to get to know my sons, to build a bond. But I'd appreciate if it wasn't on the bed. And even necessarily, I'd also say to her, I would even mention, I'd also appreciate if maybe it wasn't wrestling because I wouldn't want an accident to happen. At least if she can show him respect by addressing this with him privately, that'd be great. Rather than calling him a kid in front of her kids, that is not a good look. But how is her kids supposed to respect him as the new man in the house if mum is treating him as if he's one of the kids as well? You see what I'm saying? So the way she went about it was not cool in any shape or form. That deserved a private conversation, but also addressed in a respectful way. And however he would choose to react to it, we'll tell her everything that she needs to know. But right now, I tell you this now, anytime this guy gets told anything, his reactions are very poor. But either way, though, the way she went about it was atrocious. She needs to do better.
Running around like this morning, I'm running around doing a lot of things, and it's just like you're just on the phone, and that makes me feel like it's just like this is relaxed time for Edward, and like I felt a little bit like
it's like now she's addressing this situation, and the boys going, "This is the way to do it."
I have, and I know you don't like when I say this, but I did feel like I have like another kid, like just sitting there waiting, doing nothing.
You want to help? Let me know first. Don't assume like I'm gonna guess whatever you have in your mind. I'm gonna be lost, and then see I make a mistake. You're gonna be aggravated. So it's a.
But this is what I mean when it comes to his reactions. So she immediately explains to him and says to him, listen, you was on your phone. You were scrolling on your phone whilst everybody else was moving and doing things. You didn't bother to actually look and at least observe what we was doing. You was waiting for someone to tell you, I'm not your mother. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this is the thing. He takes everything as an attack. Oh, I'm disappointed. Last week he was, so he wants to fight me. You know what I mean? But he doesn't know that I actually know who I am. Everything he has to say is always in a defense. Obviously, it stems from somewhere. Something that I feel like he really needs to look into and sort out because he needs to stop doing this defend BS. All right? She's simply telling you that it would have been nice if when you woke up, you said, hey, can I help you? Can I help you with anything? Or if you're not going to do that, at least watch and observe and see how how the family functions in the morning when they're getting ready to go do things, which he didn't do. In the end, everyone was in the car and they had to wait for him. But instead of acknowledging that, he's out here having another hissy fit. Listen, he truly is a child, though. He truly is a child. And to be fair with you, I don't know how this face is going to work, because obviously Marissa likes things in a specific way, you know, and yeah, she's going to need somebody who is a bit more clued up, shall I say. Someone who's a bit more enthusiasm, yeah.
You are relaxing all day long, and now it's like, okay, now you're here in the United States, we're relaxing all day long, you know? Yeah. So I haven't seen this productive side of Edward yet, and I really do need to see that to make sure that, like, this is the right decision for me.
I mean, it's fair enough. End of the day, sometimes in life you have to acknowledge certain things, and she's acknowledging that their relationship so far was on honeymoon stage, because each time she's seen him, they've always just been relaxing. But now they're in the real world, and she now needs to see if this man's ready to step up. So it does make sense. And I mean, did she go too far by already saying, well, how you behave is going to determine how we are moving forward? Was it too early to say that? I don't know. That one's a bit subjective, isn't it? Give me your thoughts on that one. But either way, though, we're now going to move on to the next one. And this one here is all about Shea and Annabelle.
Last night, you didn't have sex with this woman.
No, I haven't had sex with any women. I mean, just like, some stuff I don't even remember doing. I just hear about it later. I mean, like, recently.
No, I haven't had sex with women, but sometimes I do hear about things. Huh? So how do you know?
Probably like a month ago, and I guess I drank a little too much. Like, there was a girl that I knew, and she, you know, I asked to look at them. I was being just kind of smart ass and said, let me see them boobs.
Did you touch her boobs?
No, I didn't touch them, baby.
You know when somebody is waffling? To be fair, some people who probably come to the channel probably think that I waffle a lot. I probably do waffle a lot. But you know when somebody's waffling to the point that you know they're just lying. They're just trying to think about what they need to say, because they need to make sure they don't shoot themselves in the foot. That's what this guy does. And also, if you notice, he's like this.
He just, like, took me behind the bones, like, there, and then I
maybe
felt...
you are your private part?
No, baby, she didn't touch me at all.
I know you're...
The lifestyle parties we do, I mean, you overreacted a little bit, baby.
See, the eyes always have to shift up. Nah, you're overreacting a little bit, baby. Yeah, you know, he looks up, and then he says his words. Nah, this guy is a sticky guy. There's nothing that comes out of his mouth that's ever true. I don't know if he's ever said anything the truth in his whole entire life, to be honest with you. But either way, though, Annabelle obviously has every right to still be questioning him. But, you know, so have you actually slept with somebody? And he's saying, no, I've only ever kissed somebody. And he's also asked to see someone's breast and nothing else. No one's ever come up to touch him and nothing like that. Interesting. The question is, would you believe a man like him?
About overreacting. Of course, you're cheating on me.
I mean, I don't feel like it was cheating.
My feelings.
I know, baby, and I apologize. I'm sorry I told you that, but I don't feel like it was cheating.
But I don't feel like it was cheating. Why is I shifting that way? I don't feel like it was cheating. And then you look, and then once he finishes, looks directly at her. Nah, this guy's funny. This guy is funny. If these two survive this season, that's crazy.
Can continue this wedding.
He kind of just told her, like, a little bit of it. I don't think Annabelle knows everything. I think Nicole probably has a lot to say. You know?
Anything else I gotta find out about your dad, Allison?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, listen, we've still got that Nicole, the ex. We're still waiting for that conversation. When that conversation happens between the two ladies, oh boy, it's gonna be interesting to see how Annabelle reacts and what she's gonna believe and not believe. But right now, she's in a position where she can believe anything that any of the other women tell her. Whew, it's not looking good for Shea at this moment in time. Him and his drinking ways, and him and his memory loss, and then him remembering little details here, there, and everywhere. But then also on top of that, clearly missing out a lot of details. But yeah, I'm definitely waiting for that episode to come out, whenever that bloody episode is going to come out, where she obviously has that conversation with the ex, who's going to obviously spill the tea. I hope she's going to spill some tea. I hope it's not a typical 90-day thing where they hype up this meeting, and then all of a sudden the meeting happens and nothing actually happens. You know what I mean? Because that stuff is always hella annoying. Yeah, very annoying. Anyway, with that being said, though, we're now going to move on to Thomas and Paula. That's the one, Thomas and Paula.
So you did spray something?
I didn't spray. I put 2 drops, like one here.
Okay, so you put perfume on.
I put 2 drops of
Why
perfume.
did you buy perfume that I'm not allergic to?
You are allergic? You are allergic to the anti-allergic perfume, so I don't know what I'm gonna wear. Maybe vinegar.
I mean, So that's what. So okay. So Thomas is allergic to fragrance, perfume, whatever, or well, more or less allergic to specific ingredients. So therefore, she went out of her way to buy herself anti-allergic fragrance, perfume, which I didn't even know that was even a thing. To be fair, I don't know. Is it a thing? It must be a thing. Either way, though, he has still reacted to the fact that she's obviously overcompensated on the spray, but even though she said it was only 2. To be fair, I can relate to his pain, but I find it overwhelming when people overspray themselves with stuff. Oh god, it just kills me. Oh my goodness. It's like when you walk in, when you're in your house, and somebody just sprays, and then like, no, it gasses me out. But anyway, let's continue. The difference is I'm not allergic. I just don't like it.
I'm very scary with your nose skills. I really thought that was very innocent because
Whatever.
you should have messaged
Whatever.
Marvel.
Whatever. You're not taking me seriously.
You should have messaged
You're not taking me seriously, and I'm a little bit upset. Okay. I don't want to be here.
I think you
I can understand though, obviously his frustrations with the fact that she's now just joking about the whole situation, saying, I don't know how you smell it. I can understand feeling like as if, it's not being taken seriously. So I do understand obviously his frustrations. But I feel like sometimes when it comes to us being frustrated, there are definitely ways we can handle it. But then also on top of that, sometimes when people decide to wind us up, they also need to think about when it's the right time to wind someone and when it's the wrong time to wind someone up. And I do feel like maybe this was the wrong time or maybe she went a bit too far. But either way though, his reaction, was it warranted? Yeah, I'll let you decide.
are open reaction. Okay,
No,
okay.
I really just want you to take it
gotcha.
seriously.
I gotcha, but you are going too far. Okay, but you don't.
I wasn't safe for me, then I
And
can't
where
be
you
here.
go?
This isn't safe for me. I can't stay here.
I feel bad, but this is ridiculous. Sorry, I say sorry. Do you want I begging for you? Like put my knees on the ground? I'm sorry.
To be fair, how many times can a woman say sorry to you, bro? Like, she's apologized. Honestly apologized. What is this? Yeah, she's honestly apologized. Like, come on. Let it go. But Thomas has an issue, you see. He doesn't let things go very easily, which can be very problematic in a relationship for the long haul. Because if you can't learn to forgive someone when they apologize and when they've acknowledged that they're in the wrong, and you just want to keep dragging it out time and time again.
Me, she has to make a choice. Like, does she want to use a perfume that I can't handle, or does she want to just look at the bottle and not use it?
Thomas is immature, and when he has a point, he never give up. But you know what? Glue my perfume, that was too much.
So you did spray something.
Yeah, she took a perfume and ended up gluing it, so therefore she couldn't use it anymore, but she could at least still look at it. That didn't make any sense in any shape or form. There's something wrong with this guy. Like, screw loose. But either way, though, he definitely needs to check himself because he was doing too much. Like, she apologized so many times. Like, bro, let it go. Let it go. But now we're going to move on to the next one. And this one here is going to be about Catie and Josh. Now, with these two, this is when they finally have this issue regarding money. So let's dive into it.
Writing a list of essentials, nice to haves for furniture. And I was wondering whether you'd want to, before we get to the store, agree.
Essential versus nice to have. We don't have to get them all today, right?
Texting the apartment to be unfurnished. I think I've never gone to an unfurnished apartment in the UK.
How are you expecting it to be furnished?
I do wonder, is wait, so they live in Portland. I mean, here in the UK, it is a common thing to rent a property that is already furnished. You can literally apply for a furnished or unfurnished place. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in America, is it not? You can apply for a furnished place or unfurnished place. But I don't know if that depends on where you live or your tax bracket. I don't know. But either way, though, I do understand obviously what he's saying about it would have been nice if they just moved into a place that was already furnished. But because obviously they don't have that option, it means, of course, they need to go and buy furniture, which is obviously what you're supposed to do, right? But this is where these two have now hit a roadblock when it comes to what furniture is essentially need to be bought now and one that can wait.
Always gone to furnished. Things are different.
You want everything right now. And I feel like I'm doing as much as I can.
I'm bored.
Okay. Why?
I like to iron my clothes. Table and chairs are fairly important, I think. Do you enjoy this?
It's comfy.
Okay.
Have we ever sit on the dining table and chairs? We usually sit on the couch.
To be fair, a dining table and chair isn't really an essential thing, I mean, especially if it's just two of you. And also 9.5 times out of 10, a lot of us eat food on our couch anyway. So I can understand why Katie's like, is it really a big deal right now? It's definitely not. But, Josh is in his feelings right now.
Okay, well, it's something I would like.
That's stupid.
How you think about me with money as though I'm just blindly trying to spend as much money as I can without thinking about it. So that's end stay without something.
I wouldn't go as far as saying that it's stupid, but I do agree with the fact that it's not an essential that you need to have now. So just because you want it now doesn't mean we should be getting it now. It will come at some point. Josh is definitely showing his lack of impatience, but I guess this shows and exposes that these two come from two very different worlds when it comes to finances. Obviously, he's somebody that has a good job, so he's able to buy what he wants when he wants it. Katie's been the complete opposite. She's somebody who just lives life as, I'm just surviving. You know what I mean? I just do what I like, and it is what, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. And that can be a clash in a relationship if you can't learn from each other's experiences, rather than, instead of learning from each other's experiences, you clash because of your experiences.
To sit on.
Like, for real?
Yeah, for real, because my back is really...
I just don't think we can make that happen today.
It needs to happen, because my back is very painful.
Yeah.
My back is very painful.
Yeah, but we also, my friend offered us a bunch of free furniture. We should get that first.
Okay.
I guess I just don't trust you yet.
But this is a fair point, though. End of the day, if you know you've got somebody that's offering you free stuff, then you should definitely go and check out the free stuff first before going to purchase anything. But of course, with Josh, his lack of patience is saying, no, I want to hurry up right now. But now this is when they get into conversation regarding trust. Trust with money. And it's kind of crazy because for Katie to ask for trust is a wild thing. But let's get into why.
With money and financial stuff, because
do you think
the
that
decisions I've seen you make in the past, not like $400 worth of sunglasses the other day.
I'm not going to sit here and be shamed by you, so expecting double standards. Like, I'm being very trusting after everything you've done, with guys.
Ooh, double standards. I mean, to be honest with you, I would rather be with somebody who I have financial issues with rather than somebody that cheats on me. So the fact that he decided to use it as a comparison is hilarious to me. Like, bro, you're the one that decided to be with somebody that goes and kisses other guys when she feels like it. That was a choice that you made to stay by her side regardless of that. So now you want to use it against her because you're not getting your own way? It says a lot about yourself. At the end of the day, there's no point of staying with somebody, forgiving somebody, or accepting somebody for who they are in this way, and then using it against them, even though you've given them the approval that it's okay. Do you see what I'm saying? So the reality is this: if he knows he's always gonna have this thing where he's always gonna use that as a tool against her every single time, maybe he doesn't get his own way or they have a dispute or whatever. Do you know what that means? It means that these two simply should not be together. That's what it means. Because this is when things become even more toxic. Things become even more unhealthy. So, Josh, you need to think long and hard. Should you still continue a relationship with Katie if you're going to use the whole, well, you kiss other guys behind my back a card whenever you feel the need to? And I'm not saying there's no wrong to use that card. I'm just saying that the fact that he has to use that card really shows how messed up their relationship and how much they just shouldn't be together. Even more than we already know.
And then you can't
waste money all the time.
Baby, I'm in pain, and you're just constantly being angry about stupid stuff. I'm not being stupid with my finances, and what frustrates me is that she paints that out as her way is right and my way is wrong.
See, this is also, again, a clash of upbringings. It's a clash of upbringings. Because the reality is this, right? None of them are wrong in terms of what they want for this home. Neither one is wrong. It's just that they're going about it. It's just that the way they both go about things is completely different. Obviously, she hasn't got a job. He isn't earning anymore, but he's now obviously in the States. So therefore, money has to be managed more than ever. But obviously for him, he doesn't seem to care for that too much. Yes, he's got money that he saved, and yes, he's willing to use that money to buy the things that they need. But at the same time, though, Katie does make a point that there are still going to be other expenses that we have to pay for. That we've still got food to pay for, rent to pay for, electricity to pay for. There's so many other things. So we need the money to really, kind of go a distance while she's looking for work, which she should have anyway. And also whilst I guess they wait for him to get his visa to be able to work in America. Unless, of course, he can do a job that involves him or allows him to work abroad. Yeah. Which I don't think is the case, but see, that's why he saved money. Either way, though, you would think for somebody who's actually worked and saved money, he would know how to navigate that money, to be honest with you.
Worried because the rent's really expensive and grocery store products are astronomical. So it's like, I feel like you use words like, oh, I'm attacking you instead of trying to talk through it.
No, I feel attacked. I've left my home country. I am in the process of emigrating. And I'm sorry that after a year or two of having to do a bit of stuff, that all...
Before we even get into what he says there next, she has got a good point, though. He always reacts as if she's attacking him rather than making a point. But also at the same time, she did say that's probably because when she speaks from a place of passion. And when people speak from a place of passion, it can feel like that person's attacking you and they're not attacking you. Just bear that in mind though, but that's something that you could use for your own life, because I feel like sometimes when people get passionate about something that they're talking about, it can come across as an attack when it's not. And people have to learn how to read between those lines, to be fair. But either way though, when it comes to these two in their situation, it's not just about the fact that he feels attacked. I feel like Josh has this thing where he believes because he's allowed her to, or he's accepted her for her shenanigans of cheating or whatnot, he probably thinks that he has more power in this relationship now, so therefore she should be more willing to abide by what he requires and what he wants, all that kind of stuff. I just get that vibe. But the way he reacts about things, it's like he expects her to fall in line just because he fell in line for her. But that's just not how life works.
All the while, I've been pushing the immigration work. I've been paying for it. Like, to get used to any of the bit is like getting blood out of a stone.
The immigration stuff, this was your idea. I was not ready for that.
And then you go about, like, kissing people when you want. I think you need to have a long, hard think about whether marriage is the right thing for you.
That same question is for yourself. You need to think long and hard if you want to marry somebody that is comfortable kissing other people. It's that simple. The fact that he's put the ball in her court saying that you're the one that needs to decide whether you've marriage is for you, but you like kiss other people is crazy. But then also on top of that, she does say the whole immigration thing was him. So basically him wanting to get a visa, him paying to come to America was his idea. He's on the push for it. She wasn't that fussed. So she just kind of went along with it. Interesting. So really and truly, as much as we know Catie is a massive problem in this relationship with her drinking antics and what she does when she drinks, it seems to me that the bigger problem here is actually him. In terms of the fact that he's trying to be with somebody that isn't that bothered or wasn't really that bothered about being with him anyway long term. That's why she probably does what she does. So while he's sat there asking her the question of if she wants to get married or wants to be married, the real question is, why are you actually with her? Like, what are you desperate for? Honestly, each episode that goes by, more and more things are being revealed now. If you ask me personally, there's something not right now when it comes to Josh and his choices to want to be with Catie. I want to know why he's so eager to be with her. But now we're going to move on to the next one and the last one. This one's all about Debby and Mido. And boy, prepare to be triggered by the way this man's mouth speaks with just vowel. Ugh. Also, on top of that, this whole scene is about to come explains why Debby decided to make a video on TikTok, the one that's now on my YouTube Shorts, okay? Why she decided to make a video regarding the fact that Mido had to turn off his comments and she wants people to stop bullying him because she knew that this was going to happen.
It was like I wasn't there. It was like she wasn't there. It was almost like when we were at the haunted house, like he was putting on an act, and then in the car, he was like on a break.
Once he begins to convert into this personality, I don't even try to have conversations with him, because if I push a conversation, it's ugly quick.
Just, chilling, picking his nose. Oh, and just to clarify, so they all went to this haunted house and he was acting all happy and colorful and everything, but the second that he stopped, he dropped his mood instantly, and that's what the friends were talking about. And now Debby's also elaborating on that.
Usually take 10 steps back and let him wear himself out.
Why you crying?
I'm just frustrated.
Be frustrated, not you. I left everything.
Typical. First thing he does, she says she's frustrated, and the first thing he does, he flips the script and says, why are you frustrated? No, I should be frustrated. Look at this guy. Doesn't even care about why she's sad. Just wants to use it against her.
I think we need to have a conversation.
Something from you. Focus what you will do.
No.
I swear I will stop Uber and I will go home. If you
Well, go home and have an Uber.
What you want?
Yell at me.
When she finally called his bluff, that was so beautiful to see. And to see the way he shocked him. Look at his face. He's like, what? Love it.
You're not going to yell at me when I'm asking you to have a conversation with me. I need to have a conversation with you.
Okay, I'm listening. What you need?
I don't need anything from you. It's just that I don't need a thing from you.
Okay.
Again, we have to emphasize her saying, I don't need a thing from you. This was her finally standing on business. Standing on business, that she sat there and she said, listen, I don't need nothing from you. And that's what you don't understand. You've never understood that I don't need nothing from you. It's you that needs me. The fact that she's clocked onto that, she's now aware of the fact that he needs her, is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
What you're doing here, because I don't think you love me.
Okay.
Okay?
Take me, give me a flight and I will return back.
Okay.
The ways that you give me a flight, diabolical, but yeah, just give me the money. But again, this guy's trying to play that game. He's trying to stay up. Nah, I did really enjoy the way she stayed strong throughout the whole segment, but this guy has no, he has no give. You know, he was more than happy to continue being disrespectful as F, and it gets worse.
You did not. Gotta book a flight. I'm dead serious. Go.
No,
Don't even with me. I'm going home. Figure out what you gotta do. Get an Uber. You need to take it home.
Wait, what happened?
Ask her why she cried. Frustrated. I'm just frustrated.
No, I'm not just frustrated. Get out.
Yours. Bitch.
What a lovely choice of words. Calling her a B-I-C-T-H. What a lovely man.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I need him out my house. I'm not gonna shut my mouth.
Bring me
Why
Uber.
would you speak to her like that?
I'm not speak from morning and you all don't understand something.
Yeah, but
no,
you
I
don't
don't understand.
You don't talk to me like that.
Okay, you
either.
don't.
Do not.
The fact that he became so comfortable to be screaming and shouting at her friends, really highlight even more the kind of person this man is. Wow. Is he okay? More than happy to shout at any woman. Disrespect them. This man clearly doesn't respect women.
Order me.
Voice at me. That's not how you treat women in America, mother. Me like that? Is that how you talk to her?
Sorry to come here.
Asshole.
You've been sorry to
You. You don't talk to women like that in this country.
No, let
Thank
him,
you
let
so
it go.
much.
You don't let him talk to you like that
Thank you so
either.
much.
I'm not. Why
Thank
do
you
you
so
think
much.
I'm
The friend even highlighted a very good point there. Asked a very good question. Is that how you talk to her? Now we know that's how you talk to her. Which is so sad. So sad. If this woman truly does go ahead with marrying this man, I'm afraid that Debby may become one of the most disliked people of all time due to her level of delusion. Because this marriage should not go ahead. It's annoying because a lot of the times these marriages do go ahead when we see these ridiculous relationships, but this should not go ahead in any shape or form. She needs to send him packing. Send him packing. Nah, not healthy.
So much for respect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you.
I am so sorry.
I'm sorry for yelling at your new husband.
That is not my new husband.
Okay, good, because that guy.
I want to know your thoughts, folks. I want to know your thoughts. I am absolutely, utterly disgusted, and I will be even more disgusted if these two are still together till this day. Because that there should have been the last straw for her. Has been the last straw for her. And her friends were there to witness it. The production team was there to witness it. Hell, they were there to record it and make sure it aired as well. Nah. This is like Nicole and Mahmood all over again. This is not acceptable in any shape or form. Utterly disgusting. If anything, if not worse. Probably say worse. The thing coming out of his mouth were absolutely uckers. And you know what? It was a good thing that her friends were there that day. Or that evening. I'm very happy that her friends were there. At least she has someone to defend her then. But I guess I have to wait and find out where this goes, where this relationship moves on to. But either way though, please do let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and have a great day. Thank you so much for your time.